So just yesterday, there was a video that was making its rounds on Twitter of someone who was talking about shorts covering on CNBC, and they were abruptly cut off. To my understanding, we now have the official response from CNBC. I have not seen this before, so let's dive into it to see apparently what the hell happened.
It's just, I said it was a sad commentary yesterday, but they will take that 20 seconds where I said we've got to go to break,
right.
And I explained to everyone, audio problems, no cameras at the.
It doesn't matter.
None of that matters.
Because they don't see the actual product. Many people online.
All they see is something that's shared.
They see the clip. The clip goes viral, and that's the only. You don't go to the original source.
And this all goes back to Melvin Capital or something, and shorts, and all she was doing was making a generic point. Someone was in my ear. I didn't hear a point. She was making a generic point about short covering.
Short covering rally. A short covering rally.
People were positioned short. She was getting ready to say that. Suddenly, I've got to be there. I was here till 9:15 yesterday. I was interviewing Jim Cramer on his own show. He was doing a phoner. David Faber came on later, and his audio was going through.
It doesn't matter.
None of that mattered. I told him all that.
Yeah.
They don't care. And it just makes me wonder about Reddit and Twitter and social media and the world we're in right now. I don't think it's a great world.
Makes you wonder about anything. I mean, they could do this with a politician.
They do.
And they do.
On both sides.
And the level of sort of, it is a true clip. It actually happened, but the context
but all they had to do
is different.
No one wanted the truth. None of them wanted to see what had happened. They didn't want to look to see that I anchored.
Right. And imagine this happening over and over and over again with different issues.
Right.
In different countries.
None of them have their names. None of them. They're all anonymous. Yeah. They say things that would be slanderous if they had a name, but they don't even care. But whatever. That's if they want. I just worry about them. Because you know what they say, a fool and their money.
I worry about our society.
Right. But a fool and his money are soon parted. And I don't know whether some of these types should really be. I'm not going to go there. Do what you want to do.
I kind of see what they're saying. So I even saw it on the video. And to be very, very clear, what the interviewee was saying, she wasn't referring to meme stocks. She was talking about the overall market. Like if you watch the full clip, it wasn't in it. And then Twitter and Reddit went crazy with it just because they heard the word shorts. Like I see what they're saying there. Like they heard one thing and in a weird, selfish, egotistical way, they thought it applied to them. She was referring like the word meme stock. She didn't say AMC. She didn't say GME. She didn't say Bed Bath. She didn't say anything in the interview. She was literally talking about the overall market. And then I was commenting on it more like it was just odd. Like, and I knew the conspiracy theories would start to go from there. But it was more of like, I guess she had a shocked face. It was more of like, I guess maybe a little rude, if anything. But it is kind of crazy to see all the conspiracy theories that just seemingly come from anything at any point in time. Any point in time. I've shared my opinion, and it was a question of like, wait, does it make sense to double down on AMC and get rid of that of 8? Like doubling down on AMC. Do you know the conspiracy theories that came out of the woodwork? Like it's fucking insane. And I said double down on AMC, and they're like, you're a sellout shit. Like right now, this loud minority, it is running Reddit on Twitter, and then the people who maybe actually know about the situation and have something constructive to add to the dialogue, they're like, dude, fuck it, it's not worth it. Because as soon as you say something that isn't pure hopium, everyone freaks out. Everyone freaks out. And I think most creators have kind of been like, wait, hang on, like, let's kind of keep the guardrails on here and let's say things that make sense. And then there's other people who we all know exclusively play into the hopium. Every single day, it's just random shit that makes no sense. They hear a couple words and they're like, all right, dark pools and shorts and swaps. And if I put that all together and I just say Citadel and they're fucking us and like to the moon, it works out and it's great. But it's bullshit. That's not how you actually win. I feel like this has gone from a group of people who had a legitimate gripe, and we still do, of like, wait, should this be happening in Wall Street? What's going on with maybe the misreporting of FTDs? Why do we get those reports so late? Why are they not there? What's going on with PDT? How do you have a short interest over 100%? Is it legal that Robinhood and other brokers took away the buy button? Those were all very factual things that were backed up by evidence and also backed up by, like, experts looking into the situation and saying, all right, that's not right. And then all of a sudden, it feels like the community is drifting away from that. And a lot of them are just like sycophants for like a fucking CEO or some dude in a suit. Like, it's actually like a part. And like, I know, and I want to stress this a lot, that this is a very small vocal minority, but then we're like this interview is almost referring to the entire ape movement. And that's embarrassing. Because the people who overreacted, and they're like, fuck it, man, she was about to tell us all the truths of what Citadel's doing with shorts, like, and you cut her off and you knew she was about to say it. That's embarrassing. That's not where it was going. Watch the full interview. Like, I even did it in mine. I was like, oh, like, what do you think? And like kind of playing like tongue in cheek into the conspiracy side of these people, but she was talking about the overall market. It wasn't even a reference to what was going on with the apes. I don't know. Like, I very much hope the group within the ape community who's legitimately trying to learn about the market, hopefully making some money, and actually transform the market into a better market, because I truly believe it's the best vehicle for wealth creation that mankind has ever created. Of course, I want to protect it and make it better, but instead, I want that group to come back to the forefront of what's going on here. Legitimate backed things where we're like, hey, this is like our regulatory filing with the SEC. Here's what's going on. Here's our evidence. But instead, it's a lot of people, they're just chasing like the fucking boogeyman. And what they don't realize it, and I've said this before and I like wholeheartedly believe it, they're just fucking sheep. That's what they are. It's people who have no critical thought. They've heard a couple terms. They put it together. They're going to say whatever they can to like farm on Twitter, to upvote farm on Reddit, to maybe get a couple more views on YouTube. They'll push hopium, hopium, hopium. And that's it. That's their methodology. They're not trying to actually teach people about the markets. They're not actually trying to learn themselves about the markets. They're not actually trying to fix some of the nefarious loopholes within the market. They would rather just sit there and like say dumb shit. And whenever presented with like a counter argument or a piece of critical thought, you can see their brain like actually fucking short circuit. It's crazy. It's unhealthy. And I truly, truly pray that the larger majority of the community who is in here to learn, to like right some of the wrongs and like kind of, like have some respect, I hope they take control again, because some of this shit that goes on, with this being an example that's like kind of triggered my whole rant here, my whole soliloquy, it's kind of an embarrassment. And by kind of, I mean like a full fucking on embarrassment.